Today, we're going to go over all the reasons why, if you are over the age of 65, or really at any age, you should highly consider investing in a sandbag. In this video, you are going to learn why we kind of lose certain movements as we age, and of course, how and why you should have a sandbag to combat the age-related mobility issues that we are all at risk of succumbing to. If you're new to this channel, I'm Tara. I'm a neurologic physical therapist, and on this channel we talk about anything and everything related to mobility, health, fitness, and mindset in the context of neurologic injury with the end goal of empowering you with as many tools as possible to take ownership of your rehab and your health to live an overall more active, more mobile, pain-free, happier, healthier life. With all that said, let's talk about all the reasons why you should incorporate a sandbag into your daily routine. One is we are all at the risk of declining as we age. That is no shocker to anyone, hopefully. If you've watched your parents or your grandparents age, you know that this happens. Our goal in life is to delay that process as much as possible to improve our quality of life or maintain our quality of life as long as possible. Now, some things that we know are associated with a decline in mobility as we age are falls. So one of the things at the top of the list is, how do we prevent falls? We prevent falls by improving our balance and our balance reactions. We're going to go over some ways to do that with a sandbag. One other thing that we know is correlated loosely, I would say, with disability as we age is grip strength. So they have found that people that have more disability as they age, they have weaker grip strength. Now, is that a direct correlation? I don't think so. I think what they're finding is that people that have stronger grip strength, that are more mobile or don't have as much many mobility issues as they age, most likely it's just that if their hands are stronger, they have a strong grip strength, they're probably strong in other areas. One potential explanation that I could think of why these two measurements or data points are correlated is that maybe potentially if someone is in the midst of falling, they can grab onto something and hold themselves up and prevent a fall. So maybe that's another reason why people that have a stronger grip strength have fewer mobility issues or decreased risk of falling as they age. I don't know. It's one of those two things. But again, we're going to go over some ways to ensure that we're maintaining our grip strength with this one item. And then the other thing that is kind of loosely correlated to balance, but I'm going to put it in its own category, is reaction time. I think it's pretty well documented that reaction time increases as we age, meaning it takes us longer to react. What does that mean? It means if you're in the midst of the fall, or once you recognize that you're off balance, your ability to get your body to right that ship takes a little bit longer than maybe someone who is younger, and a sandbag is a perfect way to work on that as well. So that is why it is the product spotlight of this week, and why we're going to go over a variety of exercises that you can do with this to decrease your risk of physical decline as you age, maintain your mobility as long as possible, and undoubtedly maintain your quality of life, meaning being able to continue to do the things that you love to do, see the people that you love to see, play with the grandchildren, go to theme parks, all of those things that we really, really, hopefully most of us want to be able to do when we are in those older or later years. So first is just being able to pick up something heavy. You know, we have really nice family members, and most of the time they will chip in and want to help us out. And I think it is doing a disservice to the person that they're trying to help. You never want to stop lifting heavy things. Now, the thing that I like about purchasing a sandbag, I mean, I know we have lots of heavy things around our house, is you can grade how heavy it is. So this one can go up to 25 pounds, but you add the sand yourself. So you can definitely start with just like 10 pounds worth of sand, and then as you get stronger, start adding more and more sand. But you want to lift heavy things every single day. Lift from the floor. so that you never lose the ability to pick something up from the floor. So these have nice handles on them, but what else are we doing? By holding it, you are working on that grip strength. So it's kind of like a twofold reason why a sandbag is probably better than just picking up random objects around your house. You can kind of keep it measurable so you can keep track of your strength just on measuring how much sand you have in it, adding more as you get stronger, and every day. Now, this doesn't negate the fact that I've said it several times, but I actually made a full video on it. One thing that I think everyone should do every day is get up from the floor. Voluntarily get down to the floor and get up from the floor. If you start young and you do it every day, you're never going to lose the ability to be able to get up from the floor, which absolutely is a huge risk factor when it comes to falling and ending up in the hospital, is not being able to get up from the floor. People who stay on the floor for a prolonged period of time after a fall are more likely to have a prolonged hospitalization. So that's still on there. But in addition to getting up and down from the floor, lifting something heavy every single day. So just like that. If you can't do it, set it up on your couch or set it on a stool to start, and then just slowly lower that surface further or closer to the ground. All right. In addition to holding heavy things, I'm going to say holding heavy things in one hand. What does that do? A, it's functional. When we carry groceries or carry anything, we usually will not have even weight distribution in both hands. So being able to have weight in one hand, you're gonna have to, first of all, it's gonna take your body time to adapt to that if you're not used to it, but also you have to use a lot more core muscles when you do that. It's like having all the weight on one side of the balance scale. And so now your muscles on the opposite side are what are keeping you upright. All right, if you can hold it in one hand, marching or walking. Okay, again, working that grip strength and holding something heavy. Again, the reason I like a sandbag is just the handles are all in the right place. So you can do all of these things with just one object. Okay, so do some marching, switch hands, march. Super, super valuable. All right. Along those same lines, guess what? When we're holding something and if we get bumped or if we lose our balance, we're not vertical, right? We are off center. We get knocked off midline. Listen, if you don't practice these things, you're going to get in these situations, and these are the things that cause people to fall. So take that sandbag, just hold it and lean side to side. Get used to not being perfectly vertical and being able to right the ship in a controlled environment so that when you get in an uncontrolled environment, hopefully some of this will translate. Not all. That component of unpredictability will bring in that reaction time, which we will get to. But you know, there are some automatic reactions that are very quick when we're younger that help to right that ship without us having to consciously think about making those adjustments. And because our reaction time decreases as we age, some of this is not going to carry over to a real life situation where you get bumped, but at least you're keeping the right muscles strong that will help you to right that ship. So, and then just do circles all the way around within reason, meaning that you're not going to lose your balance. Side to side, circles all the way around. Get used to having that weight, getting that upper body moving in all directions with a little bit of extra weight up top. All right, next one, over the shoulder. Again, it's just moving that, it's changing your center of mass and your body has to react differently. So having that sandbag on one shoulder and then doing some little lunges, little step back lunges, or you can just do the walking again. Make that lunge back, step back as big or as little as you want. Step side to side. All right, same thing to the other side. Again, kind of even don't make it controlled. Maybe even just let yourself fall onto that leg a little bit and having to push yourself back up. Center of mass is different, so you're getting used to kind of being in unfamiliar situations or having your center of mass in unfamiliar situations and training your body how to adapt in the moment. Okay, or you can just march. Love, love, love that. And now, this one is going to be a little bit controversial. I want you to lean forward. Okay, now, our whole life, or I would say for at least the last 20 years, my professional career, for most of that, we've taught people, don't lift something away from your body. Make sure it's close to your body, and then make sure that your weight is evenly distributed directly over your feet, and push up. Don't ever lean forward. But here's the thing. I think, and this might be a controversial opinion, I'm not really sure, I think the reason most of us, their back injuries are so prevalent right now is because all we've done is tell people you can only lift things in one position. And so then when we get in the real world and we are lifting things not in that perfect position, that our bodies just aren't strong enough to handle it. So within reason, if you don't have any pain, I want you to lean forward and kind of move that weight away from you, pull it back in and come back up. Kind of get it out away from you just a little bit and pull it back in. This is real life. This is lifting a bag of groceries out of a car without using perfect mechanics, right? Lift it, reach it away. If you don't feel like you can do that, set it on a countertop, push it away from you on the countertop and pull it back in to start and just get used to that motion. But get that weight away from you, pull it back in. Move it away from you, pull it back in. Okay? So, so, so important. All right, and now we're going to get into those reaction times a little bit, or adding a little bit of force, a little bit of not force, perturbation, a little bit of momentum, right? Getting our body to learn how to adapt. So we're just going to swing it like an arm swing in one hand. Okay, start with your feet shoulder width apart. If you can, get your feet in a straight line. That makes it a little bit more challenging, and just swing it. Switch arms, swing it in the other arm. Get used to your body rocking. You can put it in between your legs and swing it forward, just like a kettlebell. I show this with a kettlebell a lot. Having to slow your body down, super, super important skill. And bringing it forward, super valuable. All right, you can hold it in both hands like this and do the same thing. And to switch it up, add that little bit of rotation to it. Within reason. Don't be afraid. Challenge yourself. Might be a little bit uncomfortable. You want to feel a little uncomfortable, but still set yourself up in a safe environment. Put walls around you to as kind of like safety nets if you need to. Do things to keep yourself safe, but also challenging yourself in new and different ways. I hope you guys will try some of these. I hope you will take me seriously when I say it's never too early to start these, and you're never too old. The older you are, just put less weight in it. Get started. I promise you it will make a difference on your quality of life, decrease your risk of falls, and maintain or improve your mobility as you age. If you want to purchase a Sandbag, link for this is in the description below. If you're new to this channel and you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I upload new videos. I enjoyed spending time with y'all today. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.